Starting a business is hard. Amway makes it easier, helping people become business owners and sell Amway products. Rather than a nameless, faceless store, customers are buying from everyday people in their communities. Amway is open to everyone. Independent business owners come from all walks of life. IBOs want different things and discovered Amway at different times, but they are united in purpose.
小文，
没有人来开会啊，什么东西吗？
哦，不是，是安利公司给我拍视频。
OK。
好 ，OK， 好，拜拜。是那时候呢，就是在60年代我出生的年代呢，我父母特别朴实，特别肯干。我是姊妹5个，家里负担比较重。我带着梦想来到美国。我女儿她来的时候呢，我已经在美国待了很多年了。因为我不想成为一个给不起的母亲，然后我就开了第1家这家店。印象最深的就是自己开店。哎，好激动！这是我来到美国第1家创业的店。这个都是我贴上去的。我全部的时间都是在第3家支架店里边。
Doug DeVos interview, take 1.
Doug.
Sounds official. Well, the journey to Amway was an interesting one, and it comes full circle because my dad and his friend Jay from high school, they always wanted to get in business together. They had gone through the Depression. After high school, they both served in World War II, and so those events shaped their lives.
Ever since the very beginning, Rich always talked about helping people help themselves. My dad talked about helping people to get into business for themselves. Everybody has individual value just being a person.
IBO stands for Independent Business Owner, Entrepreneur Business Owner that is selling Amway products by meeting people in the community and by referrals. And not everybody wants to be a traditional business owner. They want that flexibility, that extra income. IBOs have a very prominent role in America. I was the eyes and ears for the independent business owner as they set their goals, build their plans.
In the early stages of Amway, the greatest experiences were when IBOs would come to the homes. We all had a job. Greet somebody, look them in the eye, introduce yourself, take their coat, interact with them, get to know them. It was that entrepreneurial spirit that kept the organization together.
My dad came from India when he was 7 years old. So I didn't really know the value of America until I was, in my teenage years and even my early 20s and stuff. But
I think that was just always at the top of what the conversations were like with my mom. My mom, she was an entrepreneur. I saw her defy against the odds when it comes to being a woman in that industry.
I'll talk a little bit about my mom, Helen. She's one of the bravest people I know. She lived her whole life outside of her comfort zone. She represents so many IBOs in the Amway business who had something inside but had fears that were holding them back. So we've got to make sure that we're standing behind and standing with them.
well, I'm excited for it, that's for sure. First time seeing the headquarters.
I want to take a picture in front of that.
Look at that.
It's crazy.
I like how they have all these different nations' flags. It's all the nations that they do business in. That's good stuff.
It just allows us to add more value to the community. My mom was an entrepreneur. She always taught me the value of creation, just believing in you no matter if anybody else does.
I can close my eyes and do it. You ready?
Go.
Ow! To think about like where the Amway name came from as well, like the American way, not only be able to foster that here in America, then be able to turn around and give it back to other countries, that's exciting. At the end of the day, like, you know, we're still small business owners and I appreciate them empowering us to be able to own our own business. Small business is the backbone of America.
Go. That's pretty good.
Hey now. That's India.
That's India.
Oh, that's the Indian flag.
Nice.
That's half of me right there. That's me, baby. Let's go.
Like just sitting there thinking about us being so young, 19 and 20, starting our business, not even knowing what we were really getting ourselves into. And then we're actually here, like at the Amway Corporation, which is kind of crazy.
My name is Marcos Marmol.
My name is Ingrid Marmol, and we're Amway customers.
Okay, one more time.
Take one. I'm a mom. I have 2 young kids. We're a little busy. I'll talk to you later, okay? All right, love you. Bye. And I'm just focused on homework, whatever practice, and whatever assembly. The things that we use are so predictable. Things like detergent.
The vitamins.
The protein shake you
Protein
use.
shake.
I'm in pajamas, and I've just realized all the things that I had to do. There's a link to the personal IBO's website, and I reach out, hey, I'm adding this, what do you think about that? Because you have a friendly relationship with the person as it is, and then click, 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 moving on to my next task.
在24岁呢，就有我的女儿。来到美国，我很多的时间都是给了这家店，就没有更多的时间来陪伴我的女儿。哎呀，那我做母亲做的有点不太称职了。
Probably the most impactful are the number of times walking down the hall or in the community where someone just grabs me and stops me and says, I got to tell you my story. There was an IBO, had stayed close to him for many years, and he passed away unexpectedly. So I go to the funeral home and it's packed, and the license plates in the parking lot, and it's overflowing, are from all the surrounding states. And it was all the connections that he'd made, not only locally, but all of his Amway friends around. And they were there for him and for his family. You just saw in action the nature of having an Amway business of your own. All of our Amway business owners, they all have stories. That's the American way. But what's important, the spirit, it isn't limited by one country. It's in people. Being an entrepreneur is about creating. It's about innovating. It's about moving forward. So it's fun to be nostalgic and look back at all the good parts. But we have a bright future.
2010年，我卖掉了沙龙，我的时间自由了，我开始建立安利这份事业。我从事安利这份事业呢，这份事业和我跟我女儿的家人，在一起相处呢是不会冲突的。然后我就约我女儿单独的吃饭。Restaurant here.
Here?
Yeah.
Okay.
妈那时候多年轻。现在我跟我女儿非常好。做生意的还是很辛苦，但是我呢，不用说选择工作还是选择女儿，她让我特别开心。我父母特别愿意助人，那我就想要做我父亲这样的人，处处去帮助人。